Kids, listen to your mother.
Mom!
Welcome to Between Us Moms with Katie Crafts-Morg and Hallie Stevens-Drake.
Before we begin today's episode, we want to share an important update. This episode was recorded before the most recent allegations involving Taylor Frankie Paul were brought to light. As a result, portions of this conversation may not reflect the full scope of the current situation. We take matters like domestic violence very seriously and wanted to be fully transparent. Hi guys, today's guest is someone so many of us have watched grow up basically in real time. You first met her on The Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise, where she quickly became a fan favorite for her honesty, her sweetness, and the fact that she was already navigating motherhood while dating on national television. Since then, she's built an incredibly successful lifestyle brand while raising her 3 daughters and letting us all in on the very real, chaotic, and beautiful moments of her life today. She welcomed her 3rd baby girl, her first with husband Michael Fogel, in 2024, and we cannot wait to talk about what life looks like now as a girl mom of 3, how she balances everything, and what she's learned about relationships, family, and herself since her days on reality TV. And of course, we're excited to talk just a little bit about the new season of The Bachelorette. Please welcome Amanda Stanton to the podcast.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here.
We are so excited. We've been looking forward to this forever.
For those of you who have never met Amanda, by the way, she really is as sweet as she comes across and like as she looks. I feel like we need to like start there. Like you are just like a tiny little, I don't know, you're like a Polly Pocket of sweetness.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
Oh, you have so much going on. Rosie is 2, Charlie
Yes.
is 12, and Kinsley's going to be 14.
Next month. Yeah, she's about to outgrow me. She's as tall as me now. So I know. It
Do you-
flies.
I mean, life is like so wild, and I'm just curious, like, do you feel like you're kind of a different type of mom now than you were when your oldest was born? Let's start there.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely feel like I'm so different, but there's so many different factors I feel like that make me such a different parent now. But I love the relationship that I have with my older girls because I had them so young and life was just so different. And so I feel like, I don't know, we kind of grew up together, which is really fun. So yeah.
Because you were 21, 24, and then 33, right?
Yes.
Are those correct ages when you had babies? Katie
Yeah.
and I were late to the game. Did you feel like a seasoned vet, or did like amnesia come over you and you're like, I don't know how to do any of this anymore?
So it's funny because I mean, I had kids when I was so young. So none of my friends had kids. I was like the first one in my, family because I'm the oldest daughter, everything. And so I just had no idea. And like ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
There's just also so much more information out there now, like, with like the sleep training and all the products, like things were just so much more simple back then. And I feel like it was so much easier. Like, even though I was young, I was a single mom. It was easier.
Do you think that's because almost like too much information and too much knowledge causes anxiety?
I think
And
so. Because I feel
confusion.
like, am I doing things right? Like, there's just so many different like methods out there and products. And I feel like, I mean, with Rosie, I was a little bit more relaxed, I guess, because it was my 3rd, but I was like, I can't imagine having like my 1st now. Because there's just like so
Right.
much. I don't know. You're always online. You're hearing you're doing something wrong. You're trying to switch things up.
That is so
It's easy.
interesting. One of my
Yeah,
girlfriends always says that her whole mentality with motherhood is to try and be a 1970s mom. Like, don't Google anything, just fully rely on your mama instincts because that never really steers you wrong. But I hear you. That's so true. Information overload is overwhelming.
I
totally.
actually love
Yeah.
that. I feel like I
Yeah.
need to get off my devices more and like stop reading about stuff because, yeah, I often feel like I'm questioning, like, am I doing it right? But I am doing it right because we do have those maternal instincts. It's like biology.
Totally. So yeah, back then, I mean, I was younger, but it just was so easy because I had no idea what I was doing and it worked out. So,
And
Wow.
you've done such a good job.
oh, thanks. Yeah, they're sweet. I know everyone always like will scare you about the teenage years, but it's really fun.
You know what? You posted something and I loved it so much. You said that your girls, your older girls, tell you everything to the point you're like, sometimes I don't want to know that much.
Tell your friends that.
Yeah.
Not fun.
What do you feel like you did to foster that level of openness because I think it's something that every parent wants.
Yeah, I think so as they get older, like when they're younger, you can kind of like control a lot more. And then as they get older, they like have their own thoughts and opinions and hobbies and like you just can control less and less, which I think is what a lot of parents are scared of because we want to be in control. But I think as long as you like validate them and listen to them, like they're going to tell you things as long as they feel safe to tell you things. I honestly don't know what I did, but they both tell me everything and I love it. But like I said, sometimes I'm like, maybe there's some things that you should just tell your friends, but I'd rather have it this way, I guess, than them not
Yeah.
tell me anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like the dream.
same.
I feel like you guys like you're going to concerts together and you guys all love Taylor Swift and you're throwing the most epic birthday parties. And I'm just very in awe of like what you've been able to do just because also you were such a young mom when you started. I think it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, no, I have so much fun with it all. And I love that they're older now and like we get to go on our little dates and they can come to concerts and it's so fun. They become like your little besties.
Yeah.
Is there anything with the teenage years that has felt like, oh shit, this is what do I do? This is scary, or like, has it been pretty smooth sailing?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people are scared of the teenagers. And I even said recently, I'm like, it definitely is the hardest phase as far as parenting goes, for me, anyways. Um, just like their feelings, I don't know, the situations that they deal with, like, are a little more real than like when they're little, like Rosie, for example, like she'll cry if she can't find her like stuffed animal or something.
Right.
So they have like, drama at school or like feeling like they're not included. And the hard thing with middle school too is I feel like everybody just like wants to be the same. Nobody wants to be different. So like they're very
Yeah.
like they get embarrassed really easily. So kind of like helping them through all those things, like it feels a lot more like pivotal to like their future. I'm like, am I doing a good job like helping them through this situation that they're going through at school? So that's definitely tough. The problems get a little more real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Katie and I have joked that we're probably going to go to jail like the second anyone bullies our kid or like,
No, yeah,
you
no,
know, it's
it's
hard.
we found our like my husband, like he's the best. He gets like very involved in like their problems. If they're like
Oh,
going through some drama at school, like he'll go sit in their room. He has even like more patience than me. I'll talk to them for like an hour and then I'm like, all right, like we did this. He'll talk to them for like 3 hours. He like all night. But we've had like a couple issues. And yeah, like no, something you get really angry. Sometimes I'm like, I'm more angry than the
You
kids are. I need to like
yeah.
calm down.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you
That'll be
say to
hard.
them? Yeah. What do you say to them? Because I remember being in middle school and high school and often feeling like left out, or you see everyone going to a sleepover and you didn't get the invite. And
Yeah.
I'm just curious what you say to them to help them through those times. And I don't even know if that's the situation. I'm talking about my own
Yeah.
upbringing.
No, because I think like, I mean, what I always tell them too is like, I'm like, there's no such thing as like a unique experience. Like everyone has been through like every situation, like especially in middle school. And like I remember feeling the exact same way, going through the same things, like nothing's changed.
Yeah,
Um, so I think just like helping them feel like everybody's gone through this is something that really helps. But yeah, it's tough.
for sure.
Mm.
How's your mom heart these days? Like, how are you?
I'm good. I feel like, I don't know, like adding Rosie to the family has been like the best thing ever. The girls are like obsessed with her. So it's good. I think I was like posting recently about like, do we want another one? And I'm like, I feel very like content and complete right now. Yeah, I mean, we'll see, but everything's great.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to hear that. And three girls. Like that's such a
Yeah,
magical sisterly
built-in.
bond. Yeah.
My sister just had a little boy though, and sometimes I look at him, I'm like, do I need a boy? Because he is so sweet. He's so cute. And I'm like, maybe we go for one more. I don't know. I go back and forth by the day, but today I'm feeling very good with the three.
I don't think you're done. I think if you
No.
I think if you even question, I mean, this is what all my girlfriends were saying to me, and we are done. So maybe I'm wrong, but I do feel like if there's even like that question in your mind, like go for it. Have that little boy, or end up with the fourth girl. You roll the dice.
I love like every stage, every age, but I hate being pregnant. I hate it so much.
What did you
And
hate?
so
What was the worst? Because same.
I hated
I
it too.
feel like I get every like weird symptom that there is. Like it's like, oh, like 1 in 10 people get this. Like I'm the 1 in 10 for like everything.
Oh, no.
I was on bed rest for 2 of my pregnancies with Charlie and then with Rosie because I had placenta previa for like a majority of my pregnancy. And so I just was like, I get so big. I gain a lot of weight. And then I weirdly get like skin tags. I don't know if you guys got this.
I got those too. I actually had to go and have some removed after my first pregnancy because I was like, what is this?
Okay.
Like, what is this?
Have them everywhere, like all over my neck. I was like, I am the ugliest pregnant person ever. Like,
No, you're not.
You're
oh,
not.
I feel like a legit monster when I'm pregnant. I
No.
just don't like it.
It's so real. There's nothing like a skin tag to make you feel like a, under the bridge troll.
Yeah.
It's
Oh no, and like try like 200 of them.
yeah. I mean, the things that people don't
Uh-huh.
tell you, I mean,
Yeah.
no one would do it. No one would have babies if they knew all the things that could
I also feel
go
like
on.
on social media, I see all these pictures of like beautiful pregnant, like Sienna Miller, for example. That
Mm,
woman looks incredible when she's pregnant. And I'm like, how? How?
yeah.
Oh,
Like, I just don't understand because that was also not my experience. I'm on your side on this. I hated being pregnant with every
Yeah.
fiber in my body.
second test turns positive too, I like instantly gained 10 pounds. Like people are like, oh, I lost weight in the first trimester. I'm like, oh no, I gained 10 pounds on like the first day. So
Oh man.
Again,
Brutal.
yeah,
yeah,
pregnancy's rough. It's
it is
hard. Thank you for
hard.
being so honest about that because I'm
Yeah.
also in that boat. I just
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
It's
it.
okay to not like it. It's okay to not like it. What I love so much about you is you got a happily ever after. You like really did that. I would love if you wouldn't mind sharing your advice for anybody who is dating with children and feeling like there may not be anyone for me. This may be just me and my kids forever, and that's fine. But you found it. So, what advice or what encouragement could you offer to people listening in the same boat?
So I was like ready to give up because so me and my husband Michael, we met, or we actually knew each other for a long time because we were friends, but we started dating. It was like 3 days after a breakup. And after that breakup, I was like, I am so done. And I meant it. I was like, I am just going to be single forever. I'm good. I think also like kind of being done and not looking for it. I mean, it only took me 3 days, but I think that that is like a huge thing. Like if you're trying so hard to like find it, I feel like you almost just need to kind of like let it go and like let something happen. For the longest time, I like had such a type, and I
Mm.
feel like not having a type and just kind of being open to anything, um, that really helped too. But there are really good guys out there, and I feel like there's so many people like me that are just ready to give up. But they do exist, but there's not many of them.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any, I guess, rituals as a couple that in a way like help you stay connected while also raising 3 kids? Like, how
Yeah,
do you avoid
so
the roommate phase, I guess? Because sometimes it feels like we're roommates because we're both just like doing stuff or like you make the breakfast, I'll make the lunch. Okay, bye.
postpartum, I think around like 4 months, Rosie was going through the sleep regression. Like neither of us were sleeping. And we were definitely going through like the roommate phase where we didn't even have time to like talk to each other. It was just like we were constantly doing stuff, driving the kids around, taking care of Rosie. Now things are a little easier, but it's really hectic with the teenagers because we're constantly like driving them around places and stuff too. But every night, so like after the kids go to bed, we'll like have a little night, like we'll go in the sauna. We have like a little nighttime routine, like just the two of us, which is nice. And I feel like that helps, but we're not the best at like date nights out. Like I'm also such a homebody and I don't like being out at night. Is this like an old lady thing?
No,
Yeah.
this is I relate. Hallie
Okay.
does
And
too, I
so
know.
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah. I'm a grandma
yeah,
fully.
I start incorporating like date lunches on the weekends or something. I'm like, that's maybe we need to start doing that. But we're just not nighttime people. So people always think it's weird. They're like, you guys need to do date nights. I'm like, I don't like being out at night.
Yeah.
Like we're in bed at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes like 7:30.
Yeah. My One of my girlfriends literally yesterday told me that they unlocked like the secret to dates with their husband, and it's planning things while the kids are at school. Just like play hooky from work, call out sick or whatever you got to do. And they like went to a Michigan basketball game and they were home by 3 o'clock. And I was like, that is truly brilliant.
That is like the best. Yeah, I can't do the date nights.
No,
So,
same.
okay. But I'm
I
not
also
alone.
like to be there for bedtime. Like I like to be the one to put, I mean, my kids are still little, but I like to, I don't know, put them to bed.
I saw something recently too. People were like, I don't like to do like bedtime. Like they would rather like someone else. It was like, that's literally my favorite part of the night with Rosie. Like I love like her little bath time and bedtime, but then I get in bed after she goes to bed. So
Yeah.
We like get immediately into bed and we're like, what are we watching tonight? Is there anything to talk about? And
yes.
then we just do that because we're both
Yeah.
just so tired. Yeah.
I
Oh.
love that you have been friends with your husband for so long. And I remember reading something a while back where you said like you even tried to hook him up with friends of yours when, you guys weren't together, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm curious, just like knowing him as a friend, then knowing him as a boyfriend, and now a husband, and now the father to your child, and as a stepdad. What has that been like for you watching him change and step into fatherhood and being a stepdad?
He's so it's funny because I don't even think before that I like friend zoned him. I think I just didn't even really like think of it. So that's why I always say like you got to kind of like step out of your, not that he wasn't my type, but I just somebody that I didn't even think of. But I always obviously thought that he was so sweet and cute because I wanted to set my friends up with him. So I was like, that's
Yeah.
how you know that I always thought
Yeah.
that guy. But he had never been around like kids before. Like he didn't even really have any like kids in his family. Like he'd never held a newborn. So everything was very new to him, but he's so good. He's so patient. He cares so much, especially like with the older girls. Like I said, he'll like talk to them for hours. So that's been really sweet to see. And then obviously with Rosie, he's like obsessed with her. He's such a girl dad. He's surrounded by girls all the time. So I like to think that he loves it.
I love
I'm
hearing you
sure.
talk about him
Yeah.
because I can
Thanks.
tell it's just like, it's like a good, pure, real love. And like Hallie said, you did get that fairy tale. And it's just, we love hearing a story like that, like a happy ending or a happy
Yeah.
beginning, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm so glad because yeah, I think I would have given up if it wasn't for him. I always say like if I didn't marry him, I think I would have I think I was ready to be single forever, genuinely.
What does nighttime look like in your house? Like what, when you have two older girls who are doing like cheerleading and sports, and I saw one of them is like into basketball now, and then you have a 2-year-old, like what does that look like? Like paint me a picture.
So nighttime, it depends on the day, but it's pretty chaotic. So we like to do like family dinners together. But with the girls' sports and stuff, they get home later. So, like I said, like I like to get in bed really early, but then I usually have to get out of bed because one of the kids is home later. So honestly, it's always just kind of chaotic here, but I don't feel like it's chaotic. I'm like chaos is just like my baseline at this point. And if things were ever not chaotic, I think it would be really sad. But that's just how night times are here. So it's like we're in bed, we put Rosie to bed, someone's coming home, someone's up. Usually there's some sort of issue. We're in the girls' room. It's a lot.
Do you
The
make
house of
dinner
girls.
every night?
No,
No. Okay.
once a week. My husband likes to cook, so he'll cook like once or twice a week, and then we're like takeout.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
I know.
Love that for you.
We're
That is the
leaning
life.
into take out more these days, at least like 2 or 3 nights, because it's hard. And it's hard
Yeah.
when I'm like cooking and the girls need something. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, we try like yeah, like one or two, maybe three if we're lucky. But then yeah, we're a takeout family for sure. But I'm glad to know I'm not alone because I know so many
No,
people cook dinner every night, and I'm like,
no.
I try. It gets harder and harder the older that they get, I have found.
We're big on making dinner for the girls so they get like a fully organic, very healthy situation because they eat so early. And then we order takeout for us later in the night. That's
smart.
sort of our
Yeah.
MO.
Yes.
We're all doing what we got to do. I want to ask you about sharing your family life online
Mhm.
because you're such a great follow. Seriously, the content is so wholesome. It's so sweet. It just like, it's aspirational. It's like mom goals. It's all the things. But I'm curious, do how do you handle any hate online? Because inevitably, when you share your mothering journey online, people feel like they have full permission to say whatever they want about the way you're doing it. How do you manage that? I'm
I
curious.
mean, I've been doing it for so long and I'm so used to it. And also, the hate has gotten so much lighter. Like back
Good.
when I was on the show, it was like so bad. And I still get it, but like the amount that I get now versus what I got 10 years ago, I'm like, this
Nothing.
is fine. 99% of the time, they don't bother me. It's like not something that bothers me. I've learned to ignore it, which I'm shocked because I'm not someone that can like ignore things pretty easily. But I think I just don't have time anymore to like react to these things. But yeah, there is that 1% that will still get to me from time to time.
Do you just ignore it or do you ever respond?
I respond sometimes. I try. Sometimes I respond and then I regret it. I'm like, I just look immature now. But sometimes I just can't help it, you know?
Yeah,
I would
sometimes you
respond
gotta
to all
just
of them because that's I'm just a fiery person like that. So I
Katie would respond to every
I
single.
respect how you handle it. What about your girls
Why,
with social media?
are you an Aries, right? Why do I feel like
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo? Okay, why did I think you were an Aries? Um, yeah, no, I can't help but clap back. The girls, I'm lucky. So I think because their mom is always like on social media, like they're just not that interested in it. And I see girls from their school that are on it, like some of the girls from their school, like follow me and message me and they post. And, like Kins and Char, like don't really like maybe a couple times a year, Kins will like post something or ask me, oh, can you help me post this? They're just like not really into it yet.
Okay. Well, because one of the things I fear about having teens is like having them on their phones. And even right now as a mom, I get so I'm hard on myself when I have my phone around my kids. I'm like, I have to put my phone away. I have to put my phone away. And so I wonder if that's something that you ever think about, or am I just like overthinking it?
No, I think about it all the time. I'm like, I don't want them to be like, Mom, you're always on your phone. And it's hard because I work on my phone and I don't really have like the type of job where I'm like business hours. But I do really try to go off of business hours where it's like, okay, they get home from school, like put my phone away. But I'm not always the best at it. I am on my phone a lot. But I do try to be in. Have you guys seen like the brick? I really don't want to.
Yes. I was just recommending that to a friend. Have you heard anyone who uses it and likes it?
So everyone that I know that does use it loves it.
Okay.
It's like it's bad because it's like, oh, I want to not be on my phone as much, but then like that seems like too permanent.
I
Like,
know.
Yeah.
I really can't be on my phone.
Now, your girls were around for your stint on The Bachelor, but they were so little.
Yeah.
Do they ever ask about it or does it ever come up or is it like old news to them?
No, like they don't even really remember it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They were little.
So actually, Charlie was like Rosie's age, which is crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like it is funny too, because at the time I'm like, oh, I like she was like so little. So obviously they don't really remember. Um, they're pretty oblivious to all of it. Like even we recently moved like a couple years ago and they started middle school, like a much bigger school. And I feel like before that, they were very like their old school was so small, like they didn't even really know like anything. And then now that they go to this new bigger school, I feel like they've gotten like more information and like started asking me questions and like now they kind of get it. But it wasn't until really recently that they even really like knew.
Are they
So
gonna watch the new season with you of The Bachelorette? Like, are they into that?
So Ken's is like she's obsessed with Love Island. Like
okay.
loves it, which is like so fun because I love it too. I think so. I actually haven't watched The Bachelor, Bachelorette like since I was on it. I didn't even really watch my season because I just cringed too hard that I couldn't do it. It's like hearing your own voice on your voicemail, you know,
Oh
like
yeah.
I couldn't do it. But I'm obsessed with Taylor.
Yeah.
Me
And
too.
I'm so excited, so I'm definitely gonna watch.
Okay.
Oh,
You know, it's funny. I haven't really watched since that season when you were on, like Ben's season and maybe like Nick's season. My friend Rachel Lindsay was on that season, and like that's really the last I feel seasons that I watched because it's just kind of changed so much. If your daughters did want to go back and watch your like full season, what would you want them to take away from like that chapter of your life?
Well, one, they would never want to watch it. They would like die of embarrassment. Um, But if they did, honestly, like that whole, because people always ask me if I regret it, and like anything I guess I would want them to take away is just like the opportunities. Like it was an opportunity I had in my 20s and I said yes. And, things didn't work out, but it was still like such an amazing opportunity that got me to where I am. So, yeah, I hope the same for them. I hope they say yes to those opportunities too. So,
And you made good friends. Like you and Lauren are still good friends. And I feel
I
like,
stayed in touch with so many people, and yeah, I mean it really did, I think about it all the time. I'm like, it changed my life. I don't know where I would, my life would look so different now if I hadn't gone on the show. So yeah, it was a good opportunity.
Yeah. You say it didn't work out, but I actually think it worked
yeah.
for the better, you know?
Well, yeah, it didn't work
Yeah.
out as far as like what the show is for, but
Right.
really it worked out. Yeah.
Yeah. Which in of itself is a great lesson that like what feels like disappointment in the moment, grand scheme is actually like God's protection.
Yes.
You said you want them to say yes to opportunity. What if one day they were like, Mom, I'm going to go on a dating reality show? Would you say don't do it? Or what would your advice be?
I would support it. I like if they wanted to go on like The Bachelor or something, 100%. If it was like Love Island or something, I don't know. But no, I would support it for sure.
Yeah.
I always think that too. I'm like, I wonder if they would ever do something like that. Like, I think maybe like I could see Charlie wanting to do something like that. I don't know. We'll see.
You said that you love Taylor Frankie Paul and that you're going to be watching her season. Do you feel like in general the franchise has changed from when you were on it? Like it used to be like the goal really was love and marriage, and it felt like a little bit more traditional. And now it feels like, yeah, we're bringing in reality show personalities and influencers. Do you feel like that matters? Or I guess what's your overall take on that?
I think it's kind of fun that they're switching it up, and like I think they were like due to switch something up, you know? But I thought it was like an interesting choice of just as far as I feel like before it was so easy to be like, nope, you don't fit in this like bachelorette molds, like you're not a candidate. And so I was like, I was so happy that they chose her because they haven't had a single mom, well, other than Emily Maynard. So I was
Right.
like so happy to see that they picked someone who wasn't like that exact fit that they've gone with like for so many years. And I just think she's so cute, and I don't know, I love her. So I'm excited to watch, but I think it was a smart move. I think so many people are going to watch her.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I love her. Do you watch
Yeah.
Foreman Wives? Oh,
Yeah. I'm obsessed with it.
obsessed. I'm
So
not
good.
done with this season, but like I love it.
It's good to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Such good TV.
So good.
Would
Yeah.
you ever do a reality show now with your family?
I don't think so. So actually, no. So there's like been a couple. I actually talked to like the Real Housewives of Orange County years ago. I think they just talked to everybody. But when the girls were younger, I was like, maybe I would be open to doing something like that. But now that they're in these teenage years, like I said, they're so like sensitive, and
Yeah.
I don't want to embarrass them. And so I feel like now more than ever, like I don't even share, I still share a lot on social media, but I don't share as much about like their personal lives or certain things because this age is tough. So I think it's a hard no.
Hard no.
Ashley Iaconetti is
I'm
doing.
so excited for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. She's just, yeah, she's like great TV. And I've never watched The Housewives. So it's gonna be my first time.
Oh my gosh. Gear
Yeah.
up. It's so good.
If you like the Mormon wives, you'll like the housewives. I want to talk a little bit more about your family. What are the moments right now that you wish you could just freeze in time? Like, what should Hallie and I really be just like soaking up and savoring right now?
So, well, for me, anyways, like there's so much I don't remember from when like Kins and Char were babies. And I think part of it's because like it was such a chaotic time in my life that I think I like blacked out a little bit. And so now with Rosie, I'm like, she'll start walking. I'm like, I don't remember when Kins and Char started walking. I wish I just remembered more. And like, I wish I kept like a notebook and wrote everything down just so I remember everything. Um, so that's one thing that I'm like, I now, I mean, I need to have like a proper notebook where I write things down, but I keep everything in my notes app now because that's like my one regret is not remembering more. I think that's one thing now too, because like my older kids, like I see how fast they grow up that I think I'm a little bit more present now with Rosie and like really try to like soak in every moment. And I don't get as overwhelmed because I'm like, I know how fast it goes.
Yeah. That's nice.
Makes me want to cry.
I know. I'm like a little teary-eyed because I do feel like it's going by so fast. And I actually just started journaling because I felt the same. I was like, wait, I don't remember this X, Y, and Z or her first food that she really liked. And I was like, am I a bad mom because I don't remember that? But you're in such a haze.
And my sister was asking me yesterday, like, oh, what age did Rosie do this? I'm like, so literally last year, and I don't remember. So it's so I think you just forget things so easily.
Meghan Markle talked about how she started emails for her kids. And at night, every night when she's in bed, she just sends, even if it's like one little note about the day, but she sends emails. So I've been doing that. And it's great because it's also kind of like the subject will kind of put what it's about. So I can remember yesterday, I sent an email to my daughter that was like, you're terrified of the leprechaun book. Note to self, don't traumatize your child with scary books.
Wait, by the way, did you guys see the Disney cruise commercial?
I cried. Did you cry?
No.
Tears. You have to watch it.
It's
so
a Disney cruise commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what happens?
Like, it's like the little baby. So they're on a cruise and it's like the dad walks the baby on the cruise like at night. And then like it shows like over the years it becomes like their thing to like go walk around the cruise. And then he becomes a teenager and like he doesn't want to do it. And then he has a baby and like the son, like it's just like a full circle thing. And it just made me cry. I wasn't expecting it. It was so
Jason looked at me last night when we were watching it because I fully had like tears streaming down my face. He was like, "Are you unwell?" And I was like, "Does this not make you emotional? Like this is the sweetest
No,
like
I know.
example of a full circle moment that you could." I saw it and I cried.
But that's how it feels. I remember feeling that way. And then you just see them so big. But I'm especially that way with like the holidays. Like I get really crazy with the holidays because I'm like, I need to do all these things because they're only little for so long.
I know. Those posts on social media that are like, you have 7 Christmases where they have the Christmas magic or whatever. I'm like, why? Don't tell me those things. It makes me emotional.
I know.
But makes you want to lean in. Like you said, it's like lean all in because they're only little so long.
Totally. Yeah.
When you, Amanda, look back at like everything that you've done in your life thus far and you realize like, oh my gosh, I have raised 2 daughters as a single mom. Like I've built this like amazing online brand for myself. Like you found your happy ending, you had another baby, like you've just done so much. I guess what part of your journey makes you the proudest? And is there anything that you wish you could redo?
I would say I'm the most proud now because I feel like everything was just so like chaotic in my 20s and it was fun. But I feel like now life is just so peaceful and like I'm very proud of where I'm at now. And I mean, of course, there's like little things I look back and wish I would have done differently. But, it's like nothing I regret because I'm very happy where I'm at now. So it was necessary.
I think that's a good way to look at it. It's like we can't really regret anything because it got us where we are.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Katie and I talk a lot about identity on this podcast and just how when you have kids, you kind of lose yourself a little bit. It's natural and I think kind of universal. Every guest we've had on here has said some version of that. But what's exciting is you get to reinvent yourself and think about your hopes and dreams with a new lens and the lens of motherhood. What does the future look like for you? What are your goals? What do you have on the horizon?
I so agree with that. I feel like even after like this last time with Rosie, you lose yourself, yes, but I feel like you're also just like changing into like a different version of yourself. And I feel like even now, like Rosie's too, and I'm like still kind of like figuring it out. The future from here on out, though, I feel like just kind of more of like what I'm doing now. Like life's very peaceful and I kind of want to keep it that way. Like I said, I'm not interested really in going on like another show or doing anything like that again, just like keeping things nice and peaceful.
Yeah. You built something major. So just sustaining that in and of itself is a dream come true.
Someone on the podcast recently said like at night they fall asleep like peacefully. Like they used to like have all this like anxiety about like what does life look like? And now they're like, oh my gosh, I've like built this life and I can go to bed and not feel like this internal turmoil. And I resonated with that.
Totally. Yeah, no, it's so true.
I know we're almost out of time, but I'm curious what it's been like now raising kids with your sister. I know for Hallie and I, we feel so blessed and lucky that we also get to do that.
It's so fun because like growing up, I mean, I had kids so young. She was in college. So we were like in complete opposite phases of life. And it's funny now, she's like, she sees kind of like a glimpse into like what like my life the last almost 14 years. And my sister, we haven't lived in the same city since high school because she moved to college. And I think she's going to move to Orange County soon, fingers crossed. So we'll also be like close to each other again for the first time in almost 20 years, which is crazy. I feel like we're getting even closer because we have, so much to talk about now. So that's great.
You know, it's like motherhood
That's the
really
best.
does bring you closer in ways you never even like realized you could be because you're both just going through so many of the same things. I think the same can be said about like friendships. You
Totally.
become closer to the people like in similar seasons of life
Yes.
with you.
And I love being an aunt. It's so fun.
If there's something you could share between us moms, a message of encouragement to all the moms listening, what would you say?
I always just say, like, don't be so hard on yourself. We just talked about like not regretting things. I think my one regret would be like, I've always been so hard on myself, even now. And as moms, I feel like there's just so much pressure to always feel like you're doing the right thing, you're handling everything the right way. You put like so much weight on your shoulders. So I feel like just not being so hard on yourself, just trusting that you're doing a good job.
All need to hear that every day, and we all need to remind ourselves that. And I don't know if you do this, but I also, because I'm so hard on myself, I don't want my daughters to like feel that or then to also feel like they're hard on themselves. Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
I like get
Yes.
nervous about that. I get in my head about that.
So then we're even harder on ourselves.
Yeah.
Truly, but it's like give yourself a break, like you're doing amazing. Amanda, you're wonderful. Thank you for doing this.
Thanks for having me, you guys. This is so fun.
Thanks for hanging out with us on Between Us Mom.
Don't forget to follow us for more mom content and good conversations on all the socials.
We're also on Substack and have a newsletter filled with tips, tea, meal ideas, and mom stuff you won't want to miss.
And we've got a secret Facebook group to connect and talk even more.
Go find us.